Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, CTVA just filed an 8K announcing a significant step in their business separation, and I am seeing a key detail that investors need to understand. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is moving forward with spinning off their seed business, and while this sounds like a positive move, we need to look closely at what it means. Scroll Corteva Inc. EIDP Inc. Exact. Name of registrant as specified in Charter Scroll. So what we have here is an 8K filing from Corteva Incorporated. This report is basically a notification to the public and the Securities and Exchange Commission about important events that a company is experiencing. In this case, Corteva is talking about a big change in its structure. They are moving to separate their seed business into its own independent company. Think of it like a company having two major divisions, and they decide to make one of those divisions its own separate business, so it can focus better and attract different investors. The core of this filing is that a subsidiary, which they're calling Vylor Inc, has filed an important document called a Form 10. This filing is a big deal because it is the first step in making Vylor a publicly traded company on its own. It contains a lot of detailed information about Vylor's business, its plans, and its past financial performance. This is how the new company prepares to be traded on the stock market, separate from Corteva. The company is making it clear that all the juicy details about this new entity, Vylor, are out there for anyone to see. You can find this Form 10 on the SEC's website, which is where all public companies file their important documents. They've also put it on Corteva's own investor website. This transparency is good because it allows investors to do their homework on this new independent seed company before it starts trading on its own. Now, while they include some administrative details like their phone number, we are going to skip over that because it is not really about the business strategy or financial health. This part of the filing lists the company's stocks that are traded on public exchanges. It shows that Corteva Incorporated has its common stock listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CTVA. It also shows that IDP Incorporated, which seems to be related to Corteva and likely represents the preferred stock, has its Series A and Series B preferred stocks listed on the New York Stock Exchange as well, with tickers CTA PRA and CTA PRA-B respectively. This is important because it confirms the existing public trading of Corteva's securities. This section, called Regulation FD Disclosure, is where the company is making sure everyone gets the same important information at the same time. It is all about fair communication. Here is where they put in a very standard disclaimer. This is the part where companies warn you that they are talking about future possibilities, and these are not guarantees. Words like intend, will, may, and expect are red flags that this is about future plans, not current results. They are telling us that while they plan to separate the seed business, there are many things that could go wrong. This is a crucial legal point. They are saying, we are telling you our hopes and plans for the future, but if things change, we are not obligated to update you unless the law says we absolutely have to. This is common language, but it is important for investors to remember that these statements are not promises. And finally, we get to the signatures. This is where the authorized people at Corteva Incorporated and IDP Incorporated sign off, confirming that the information in this filing is accurate to the best of their knowledge. Jennifer Johnson, who holds several important titles like Senior Vice President and Chief Legal Officer, is signing on behalf of both companies. This tells us she is a key executive overseeing this separation process. So, what is the big picture here? Corteva Incorporated is actively working to spin off its seed business into a new company called Vylor Incorporated. This is a major strategic move, and the filing of the Form 10 is a significant step in making Vylor an independent, publicly traded entity. While the details of the financial performance of Vylor itself are not fully laid out in this specific 8K, this filing signals that the separation is progressing. Investors who are interested in the agricultural sector should pay close attention to Vylor as it becomes its own separate company. This could mean new investment opportunities, but also new risks as the seed business operates independently. The intention is to create value by separating these businesses. The hope is that Vylor, as a dedicated seed company, can grow and perform better on its own, attracting investors who are specifically interested in the seed market. Meanwhile, Corteva Incorporated would then be able to focus more intently on its remaining businesses, potentially leading to better performance for the original company as well. It is a classic corporate restructuring play aimed at unlocking value. However, we have to remember the cautionary statements. The process of separating businesses is complex and fraught with potential challenges. There could be unexpected costs, potential disruptions to customer and supplier relationships, and the risk that management's attention is diverted. Historically, spin-offs can be successful, but they can also lead to value destruction if not executed properly. Companies like General Electric have gone through similar large-scale separations with mixed results depending on the specific division and market conditions. The success of this Vylor spin-off will depend on the execution and the market's reception of the new independent seed company. My biggest concern with this filing is that it is very high level. It tells us that the process is moving forward, but it does not give us the granular financial details of the new Vylor company that would allow for a deep dive into its independent financial health. We are essentially seeing the announcement of the preparation for a spin-off, not the results of the spin-off itself. Investors will need to wait for future filings from Vylor, incorporated once it is a fully independent entity, to really assess its standalone value and prospects. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded, like, comment, subscribe, and join our Discord.